Bobby Caldwell, What You Won't Do for Love singer and songwriter, dead at 71. Bobby Caldwell, the soulful singer and songwriter behind R&B hits like What You Won't Do for Love and Open Your Eyes, has died, according to a statement from his wife Mary Caldwell. He was 71. Bobby passed away here at home. I held him tight in my arms as he left us. I am forever heartbroken. Thanks to all of you for your many prayers over the years. Mary Caldwell's statement, shared on his verified Twitter account, read in part. She said Caldwell had been dealing with health issues for some time. Caldwell's hit song, What You Won't Do for Love, hit the Billboard 100 charts after its release in 1978. Artists including Tupac Shakur, Common, and John Legend have all sampled his music. Questlove, who collaborated with Common on The Light, which sampled Caldwell's Open Your Eyes, shared a tribute to the late artist on Instagram, describing how he had decided to work with him over the years. "Man, such a missed opportunity to meet a legend," Questlove wrote. "Thank you for your voice and gift." Other fans of Caldwell shared memories on social media, with one musician writing, "Thank you for sharing Bobby with us and the rest of the world, which brought to it so much joy and beauty. He will be missed, and his memory will be missed." Caldwell was born in New York and grew up in Miami and got a big break as a guitarist for Little Richard. He credited the cultural diversity of his hometown with its Haitian, reggae, Latin, pop, and R&B influences with his ability to perform music across genres. "Most of the wonderful people I've gotten to know in the radio business, they all say the same thing. It's like a universal language and should have no barriers," Caldwell said of music in a 2005 interview with NPR. Beyond his solo career, he also wrote hit songs for other artists like The Next Time I Fall for Amy Grant and Peter Cetera. His last record, Cool Uncle, was released in 2015. Robert Hunter Caldwell, born in August 15, 1951, was an American singer, songwriter, and musician. He released several albums spanning R&B, soul, jazz, and adult contemporary. He is known for his soulful and versatile vocals. Caldwell released a hit single in his signature song, What You Won't Do for Love, from his double platinum debut album, Bobby Caldwell, in 1978. After several R&B and smooth jazz albums, Caldwell turned to singing standards from the Great American Songbook. He wrote many songs for other artists, including the Billboard Hot 100 #1 single, The Next Time I Fall, for Amy Grant and Peter Cetera. Caldwell's music is frequently sampled by hip-hop and R&B artists. Bobby Caldwell was born in Manhattan but grew up in Miami, Florida. His mother sold real estate and one of her clients was reggae singer Bob Marley. Caldwell and Marley became friends. Growing up in Miami exposed Caldwell to a variety of music such as Haitian, Latin, reggae, and R&B. He grew up listening to the music of Frank Sinatra and Ella Fitzgerald. When he was 12, Caldwell started playing piano and guitar. He was drawn to rock and roll, jazz, and rhythm and blues. At 17, he worked with his band in Las Vegas, then moved to Los Angeles. He was a member of a Miami band called Kathmandu, who wrote much of their material while also performing traditional standards. Caldwell played multiple instruments and sang. Caldwell got his first career break as a rhythm guitarist for Little Richard in the early 1970s. Caldwell and his band eventually left Little Richard, and Caldwell went solo. By 1977, he had spent 6 years in Los Angeles playing in different bar bands and trying to get a record deal. Caldwell eventually signed with TK Records in Miami in 1978. After songs for his first album were recorded, executives told Caldwell they enjoyed the album but thought it was lacking a hit. Caldwell returned to the studio for 2 days and wrote What You Won't Do for Love. TK was mainly an R&B label popular among African American listeners. Executives at the label wanted to conceal the fact that Caldwell was white, so they kept his face off the album cover. When he toured with Natalie Cole to support the album, most of the audience was black and many were surprised that Caldwell was white. What You Won't Do for Love on Bobby Caldwell reached the top 10 on the Billboard magazine Hot 100 as number 9 on R&B, number 6, and adult contemporary number 10 on the charts. The song had been covered, remade, and sampled many times. Caldwell remade it in 1998. It was covered by Go West, Phyllis Hyman, Roy Ayers, Michael Bolton, Intro, Boyz II Men, and Snow Allegra, and was sampled by Tupac Shakur for his hit Do for Love. It was covered by Elliot Yamin during the 5th season of American Idol in 2006. Caldwell's track My Flame is sampled for Sky's the Limit by the Notorious B.I.G. featuring R&B group 112. Caldwell's debut album was followed by Cat in the Hat in 1980 and Carry On in 1982. The track Open Your Eyes from Cat in the Hat was sampled by Jay Dilla on Common's Delight from his 2000 album Like Water for Chocolate. Open Your Eyes was also covered by artists like John Legend and Well. For the album Carry On, Caldwell played all the instruments, was the producer, and helped with arranging and mixing. In 2019, Lil Nas X was sued for $25 million for using the song Carry On from the album of the same name without permission in his own song of the same name from his 2018 mixtape Nazarati, which was at the time available on YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. In 1983, Caldwell released August Moon only in Japan. It was released in the United States in the 1990s. Singer Boz Scaggs advised Caldwell to write songs for other musicians after TK Records shut down. Caldwell wrote The Next Time I Fall, which became a hit for Amy Grant and Peter Cetera, and songs for Roy Ayers, Chicago, Natalie Cole, Neil Diamond, Robert Flack, Al Jarreau, and Boz Scaggs. On Blue Condition in 1996, Caldwell turned from R&B to recording big band arrangements for songs from the Great American Songbook, particularly those sung by Frank Sinatra. He also portrayed Sinatra in tributes to the Rat Pack in Las Vegas. He continued to sing standards on Come Rain or Come Shine in 1999, The Consummate Bobby Caldwell in 2010, and After Dark in 2014. In 2015, he collaborated with record producer Jack Splash on the album Cool Uncle. Caldwell died on March 14, 2023. His death was announced the following day by his wife, who stated on Twitter that Bobby passed away here at home. I held him tight in my arms as he left us. I am forever heartbroken. Thanks to all of you for your many prayers over the years. According to Regenerative Medicine LA, Caldwell's health had declined after suffering several side effects from fluoroquinolone. What You Won't Do for Love is a song by American singer-songwriter Bobby Caldwell. It was released in September 1978 as the lead single from his eponymous debut album. It was written by Caldwell and Alphonse Kettner and produced by Anne Holloway. The song had been sampled and covered numerous times, including by Tupac Shakur in the posthumous 1998 hit Do for Love. After gaining a reputation in Miami clubs as a talented musician, Caldwell was signed to an executive contract with TK Records in 1978 by TK Records president Henry Stone. Heading to the studio, Caldwell recorded his first album, which was given a redo after Stone felt the album was good but didn't have a hit. Caldwell returned to the studio and came up with the final product, which included What You Won't Do for Love. The song's horn arrangement was written and recorded by Miami arranger Mike Lewis. The song is in the key of F-sharp minor, although the pitch of the commercial track is slightly flat, below concert pitch, perhaps due to tape machine speed variation. Caldwell wanted the song to be the sixth track on the album, since he figured his debut album's second track, My Flame, which featured him playing guitar, would be the hit. However, TK Records felt confident that What You Won't Do for Love would be a breakout hit. When it was released to R&B radio, TK Records did their best to hide Caldwell's racial identity, hoping not to alienate their predominantly black audience. However, when Caldwell began making performances live on stage, demand only increased. The song would become Caldwell's most successful single and also his signature song, reaching number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, number 6 on the hot-selling soul singles chart, and number 10 on the easy listening chart. According to the broadcast of America Top 40 for the week ending February 3, 1979, the week in which the song debuted at number 38 on the Top 40, a heart-shaped pressing of the single was the most expensive single up to that point. The heart-shaped single was originally released as a promotional item only, but public demand led to 50,000 copies being pressed in time for Valentine's Day in 1979 with a retail price of $7.98, about the price of a full LP album at that time. What You Won't Do for Love singer Bobby Caldwell's last words before he died. I agree with those who have said that in my first statement after I testified, I was not contrite enough. I don't think there was a fancy way to say that I have sinned. It is important to me that everyone who has been hurt know that the sorrow I feel is genuine. First and most important, my family, also my friends, my staff, her family, and the American people. I have asked all for their forgiveness, but I believe that to be forgiven, more than sorrow is required. At least two more things. First, genuine repentance, a determination to change and to repair breaches of my own making. I have repented. Second, what my Bible calls a broken spirit, an understanding that I must have God's help to be the person that I want to be, a willingness to give the very forgiveness I seek, a renunciation of the pride and the anger which cloud judgment, lead people to excuse and compare, and to blame and complain.